Hello, students and parents. Welcome to Eurocast in association with Europass Immigration. I am Priya. We are presenting a podcast session with Mr. Ved Prakash, who is doing his studies in Germany from a very renowned university. And we will listen to his inspiring journey soon from his words. And in Eurocast, we share inspirational journeys of students who are studying all around the world in renowned universities and where they landed up by their sheer hard work, guidance, and right mentorship. So I hope you will enjoy our podcast session as much as we enjoy making this for you. So let's start with our today's guest, Mr. Ved Prakash. On to you, sir. Welcome to our show. Good morning. It must be morning in Germany right now. So,
Yes.
uh, would you like to introduce yourself to our audience, please?
Yeah. Thank you so much. So I am Veda Prakash Karagira Shashikumar. So everyone calls me Veda. So I prefer you also call me Veda. And I am doing my master's in sustainable resource management at Technical University of Munich here in Germany. So actually, recently, just let's say 2 days back, I received my final grades, and I'm just waiting for my final documentation to come in. So just completed my masters. And, on an initial note, I have a bachelor's degree in civil engineering. I did my bachelor's in India and worked for 3 years there in India. I then moved on to Germany in 2020 during the COVID time. I came here in 2020 October, and recently, because of let's say some of the non-availabilities of the, and again due to the pressure of my course curriculum, I had to slow down a bit, and I took some time and just completed my all my final examinations and projects, and now I'm waiting for the documentation to be received from the university, and now I have started applying for full-time jobs as well. And yeah, and I'm also working as a working student here in let's say a company called LG. Of course, you guys will know, which focuses on automotive components. Yeah, this is a small introduction about myself, and I think in while we go through on this podcast with your questions, I think I will be giving more information on where I worked and which other workplaces I worked as well.
So you are working in LG as a part-time employee, as a
Yes.
part of. Uh,
Yes, it is a working student. Usually, this is one of the most common things that most of the European countries offer for the international students or be it the local students. So there are three types of, well, let's say, working things for students with which they can earn. One is the working student. The second one is the internships. And the third one is, of course, once you have completed your studies, it's the full-time job opportunity.
that's a very inspiring story. What motivated you to move from India to a country like Germany and study there? What was your motivation?
I would say, let's say, to be to bring it from the very beginning, my journey into the field of sustainable resource management, I should say, not Germany exclusively, but it's moreover on the subject perspective. So my journey into the field of sustainable resource management, it began with let's say a foundational education in the civil engineering back in India, and I grew up with all this profound respect for all these structures and the built environment. And again, but again, I should say it is during my undergraduate studies that I realized that the immense impact of our building practices that they have on the environment. And again, this realization, it came from a combination of let's say a rigorous framework, or like again with the coursework as well, and my personal observations of ongoing construction projects and different types of transport related projects, because I'm also very well interested in automotive engineering and transportation sector as well, and some of which it clearly prioritized some of the short term gains over long term sustainability. And again, my motivation to further my education at uh, let's say a renowned university, it actually stemmed from desire to, let's say, bridge a gap between traditional civil engineering practices and the urgent need for sustainability. So I choose to pursue master's degree in sustainable resource management because I wanted to, let's say, be at the forefront of developing the practices that ensures the longevity and health of our ecosystems and also our resources. And again, talking about my field a little bit, this field not only aligns with my skills in engineering, but also it ignites my passions for, let's say, uh, environmental advocacy. And again, this sort of a decision was also heavily influenced by a particular professor and a mentor during my bachelor's program as well, and again during my working time as well. So there I got introduced to certain concepts of life cycle assessment. I think this is a very technical word to which some of the, let's say, most of the mechanical engineers or electrical engineers and of course civil engineers will also understand. Um, and again, it sort of opened my eyes to the broader impacts of all this materials that they use in be it in production or construction activities, and the methods that impact the environment as well. And again, talking about my professor, is mentorship. It sort of encouraged me to think critically about the role of engineers can play a very important role in combating this climate change, which is the most, let's say, important topic that has been, let's say, going around throughout the world, not only in India, not only in any other part of the world, but all over the world. And again, resource depletion. So these two topics, it sort of motivated me to come here and study this course of sustainable resource management.
So, sir, why did you choose Germany? Why not India? As we know now that your professor motivated you to pursue your career in resource management. So, why did you choose? What motivated you to choose Germany over India?
Like I said, initially, when I started my engineering career, I had two opportunities. Like I had two engineering streams in my mind. One was construction, and one was in mechanical. Let's say not mechanical exactly, but the thing is, I wanted to know how these automotives work, the cars and buses or trains, whatever it is. And let's say, but I still landed in the information technology department, and after 1 year I had to score some good grades and get shifted to either one of the branches, and there it was easy for me to shift to construction. So why to Germany is that once I completed my studies in civil engineering, I worked for two different construction companies, but still I focused on only two different projects because it was the government projects, and these two companies where I worked, they were working for these two projects. And in these two projects, we had to, let's say, import some of the materials and some of the technologies, I would say, from European countries. Like one is Austria, one is Germany. So let's say, and at the same time, why it sort of hit me, why is that we are importing materials from all these countries? Why not? Why don't we have it in India? Why don't we have it ready in India? Sustainable resource management was my first focus priority. And where to study this sustainable resource management? It is Germany. And why Germany? Because it is the birthplace of sustainability. Of course, the thing is, in India as well, in countries like US as well, people have been implementing the idea of sustainability. So
That
this
was
is
very
why
insightful.
I
We got
went to Germany. Very details, but I think it sort of confused because I took some different dimensions. But yeah, this is the
I'm
reason
sure
why.
students must be will be benefited from your answer because yeah, you thought of studying from the source itself, from where it started. You wanted to study from there. So yeah,
Exactly.
very insightful answer. Thank you so much. I'm sure managing life and studying on a foreign land is tough. So how do you handle that stress of managing your life and your work and your studies? Because on foreign land we don't have liberty of having everything in hand. So you have to actually earn everything. You have to cook for yourself. How do you like manage everything? Would you like to throw light on that?
Definitely. Um, yeah, talking at the grassroots level, I would directly just come to my experience. So studying at the Technical University of Munich in Germany, it actually comes with its, let's say, unique challenges and opportunities, and
Sure.
especially as an international student actually, and again balancing academic responsibilities with new cultural experiences. It can be demanding, but I think I developed kind of strategies. First thing, to manage the stress, and again, first to maintain a health work-life balance. And again, in view of that, firstly, what I did was I established a structured daily routine, which is kind of essential, and allocates some of the specific time for lectures, library sessions, and again some personal time as well. And again, this is sort of a structured approach which helped me to manage my academic workload, and sort of ensure that I have time to relax and recharge. Second thing, it's the physical activity, let's say, which is an important part of my which became my important part of my routine. Because back in India, I didn't have all these ideas because I had my bike. I used to enjoy myself with all these things. But here in Germany, because it's very hard to get all these facilities. So, but the thing is, the country and the cities here in Germany, it offers plenty of green spaces. And again, which is the because this Munich city is also close to Alps, which is Alps mountains, which is nearly same as Himalayan mountain regions. It provides a perfect outdoor activities. So I used to often spend my weekends hiking or cycling, which helped me to, let's say, disconnect from academic pressures, and sort of clear my mind. And again,
It gives you time
city
to
also.
de-stress yourself.
Exactly. And again, the city also, most of the cities in Germany, it emphasize on outdoor lifestyles, which makes it easier for many, let's say, immigrants to maintain the physical health, which is directly linked to mental well-being also.
No matter where you are studying abroad or in India, maintaining your work-life balance, your studies, and your mental health is very important in these times because
Exactly.
everything is very challenging. That's a very great piece of advice for our young
And,
students,
and,
sir.
and yeah, I forgot to tell. Sorry to cut short you in this. What happened is that even in the universities also, like you sort of start to maintain a strong connection with the, let's say, first of all, when you come from let's say India or any other country to study in a foreign land, maintaining strong connection with a support network back home is very important. Firstly,
Yeah.
and alongside building a new one in a different foreign country is also very crucial. So regular communication with our families and friends, it sort of provides an emotional support. But again, we have to engage with the fellow students and the locals to build a supportive community here in the, let's say, as a local in this foreign country. And again,
Ultimately, they are your family on a foreign land, right?
Ex- Exactly. And the university, that is one of this is one of the important thing that you have to know. The university itself, not only Munich University, but all the universities, it offers various clubs and international student groups actually, which again have been great for meeting people with similar experiences as well as different experiences.
That's important also. Maintaining work for maintaining your mental health, you need to be rooted to your family as well as make a new family on a foreign land so that in times of need you can go to them and talk to them and whatnot, right?
Exactly. It not only gives you the let's say capacity to handle the challenges of studying abroad, but also to enjoy and appreciate the unique experiences that studying at such a prestigious institution, and again at the foreign country, it is kind of an offer that we get as an immigrant.
Sir, I know a lot of people find it very fascinating nowadays that we are moving abroad, we are going abroad for studies. I myself live in US, so I know what challenges one faces when you move to a foreign land. So, would you like to throw some light on what are the challenges that you faced in your initial days and how you developed that skill set that helped you to come up over that challenges? Any solutions that you find suitable for yourself?
For me, I think the biggest challenge after arriving in Munich was the language barrier. Germany is a country where they respect their language, their culture more. And at the same time, being an immigrant, they also provide the same respect to immigrant as well. So the thing at the same time, you as a foreign guy or you as a immigrant, you have to try to let's say understand the basics of the let's say local living, local way of living. So
So that
let's
you
say
can comfortably live in the environment, the daily tasks, buying groceries, going to the salon and stuff like that. You need to know
exactly.
some basic bits of the language.
Exactly. So despite having a basic understanding of German before I moved, what I realized was that everyday communication and let's say interactions, it is required. It is definitely required. And again, what I must say is required as much for deeper fluency as well. And again, to overcome this challenge, what like you asked, like first I sort of intensified my language studies through formal classes, but still, to be honest, I've still not mastered German because
But still, you can communicate and do your daily stuff very well now. So you are kind of adjusted to the environment,
yes.
right?
What I made an additional effort is that was to practice the language in my daily life, whether it is was speaking with local students or interact with the shopkeepers, like you mentioned, the saloon people, or even navigating with the public transport. So this immersion of myself was challenging, but let's say a kind of effective one also. It also sought out the language exchange meetups, and again, where I could practice German with native speakers who wanted to learn English as well. So this not only improved my language skills, but again also expanded my social network in not only in Munich but in Hanover, another city of Germany, Frankfurt, Berlin as well. So and again,
As many languages you know, you can see the world through that many windows. So it is good that you know Germany now because you can, talk to German people.
yes, and again, along with that, there was this another solution. Let's say is that was this leveraging technology, which aids to the students' language learning also. So you can use these apps that provide practical and everyday language use cases, which again help me to improve my vocabulary and sentence structure outside of all this classroom settings as well. So
That's
by
a great
embracing
advice. Yeah. That's a great piece of advice for the students to
yeah,
learn apps.
exactly. But and again by embracing by using all these facilities and again by embracing these strategies, I was able to improve my German a bit in terms of proficiency, and again which uh, not only made my academic life but also my social life in Germany much more manageable.
Yes.
I would not say extremely. I don't want to give that fake hopes, but let's say manageable. And again, it also helped to enhance my overall experience as well, allowing me to fully engage with the community and appreciate the, let's say, the cultural richness,
For
of
sure.
living in Germany.
Uh, so when you first got an thought of going abroad and studying, what kind of mentorship or guidance you seeked, and what kind of exams did you go through to land up in such a renowned university? Uh, did you join any classes, or what exams did you actually appeared?
So the first thing is the general English language training exam that is called IELTS, which is let's say uh, worldwide accepted exam. That is the one exam that I gave, and again I also took some training for that on YouTube as well. And again I also attended some of the classes of it. And the second exam is TOEFL, which is kind of technical, but again it is same as GRE exams as well.
Yes.
But let's say TOEFL and IELTS are the important ones. But in my case, because the subject or the course of sustainable resource management wanted only IELTS, I just gave the IELTS exam, and then with all the additionally, I learned let's say 2 levels of German language, and which supported which also let's say not supported, but added a weightage for my CV for the university to select me as well.
Nice. So, when you talked about your thought of moving abroad and studying, what was your family's reaction to your career trajectory? Did they say, "We have so many opportunities in India. Why are you moving abroad?" Or any feedback that they had at that time?
I think the decision, or let's say my family's reaction to my decision to study or let's say pursue a career in abroad, it was always been a mix of kind of pride and apprehension, I would say. So they are, let's
Great.
say, incredible. At first of all, they are incredibly, let's say, proud of my small achievements. I don't want to say big achievements. And again, the path that I have chosen in sustainable resource management, especially, it gives the global importance of this field. So they recognize that studying at Technical University of Munich offers me a world-class education and let's say the exposure that are highly valued in the field of sustainability as well. So, however, let's say there was always a question. Let's say I will tell you in Hindi that India में क्या कमी है? I think what is less? What does India lack? I think those questions it was kind of valid, and let's say it was frequently asked in our discussions and conversations, like which sort of let's say reflected a deep connection to our roots, and again it showed the genuine concern about the brain drain. I would say, because when you come from a far place and you start living in a let's say um, what do you say this uh, stranded location, that is what the family feels, that okay, you will be living in a stranded location, and they get excited more than us. So my family, like many others, let's say they should value the potential contributions one can make back at home. And again, they believe that the skills and the knowledge gained abroad can be instrumental in addressing the local challenges in India as well. And again, in response to their concerns, what I did was my intention to apply the insights and experience that I've gained in Germany to the projects back in India, or the work in India. And, let's say it should support the future of the country, uh,
That's
be it
so
in
great. That's such
be it
a
in,
great. Yeah, that's such a great
yeah.
move. I mean, we
And
need
again,
people like.
of course, not only like me, there are many people who want to do this actually. And again, what I did was I discussed how the global exposure, because if you give a clear understanding to the parents, or be it whoever questions you, it is always better to discuss how the global exposures equips a person or an international student with diverse methodologies and perspectives that can be, let's say, tailored to Indian contexts, potentially making a, let's say, important impact, not only be it in Germany, or be it in India, or let's say be it in any part of the world. So additionally, I make it clear that my career in abroad, it does not mean turning away from India's issues. First thing I want to make it clear, but rather it's about building a bridge between international best practices and local applications. And again, I kind of reassured them of my commitment to contribute some of the efforts that India is putting into sustainability, where thorough collaborations with Indian companies, and again, research that informs policies or eventually returning to work on local projects as well.
So you got a lot of support from your family members, your parents, and
Definitely. Without them, I think I will not be here for sure.
of course. So you are now at a place where a lot of students are aspiring to go. So your journey is truly inspiring.
Thank
Sir, as we are now talking about studying in India versus studying in foreign countries, particularly Germany, as you are aware, prestigious colleges, good colleges are limited in India, and compared to the population that we have, and the fees is skyrocketing. You must be aware of the fees in IITs and IIMs right now. So what would be a piece of advice that you would like to impart to our students looking forward to studying and ultimately making career in Germany? What is your experience of studying in Germany in terms of scholarship and assistance that students get there?
you. If I understood your question correctly, are you asking what, let's say,
The
what I would
financial aid,
impart? Sorry.
the financial, like studying in
Okay.
India or studying in Germany in terms of financial
Okay.
aspect. Like in
So
prestigious colleges here, IIMs, IITs are charging huge amount of money,
yes.
and
So
you know,
understood. Yeah.
like
So
compared to studying in Germany in such a prestigious university, would you like to give some piece of advice to our students, like what kind of scholarships and financial assistance that students can get?
yes. So let's say starting about first India's fee structure. Of course, for I don't know whether now I think every year they charge around 1 to 2 lakhs of fees, tuition fees, or the overall fees. Correct, for 2 semesters or 1 year, considering for
Sir,
masters or
it's
B.
going to be more than this.
Yeah, maybe. Yes, I think it has increased, but it's
Yeah,
been 3 years now. For me, I don't know what is the fee structure. But so coming to the point is that what the most beneficiary thing of Germany is that most of the German universities, public universities, not private universities, public universities, they offer very less. They offer very good knowledge, or let's say they offer very good courses for very less amount of fees for each semester. Let's say if you are studying any course, any core courses in German universities. It also depends on the states of Germany as well, because some of the states in Germany, let's say for example, I stay in Bavaria. That is one of the state, or Bayern. That is the state. So this state has a tuition fee in all of its university for every semester, which let's say first it was just 150 euros. Let's say in terms of Indian rupees, it is 12,000 or 14,000
it's
rupees.
nothing. It's like
Exactly.
a school
Exactly.
fee for a
Yes.
first or second grade student.
Now because of too many Indian, or let's say too many foreign students coming into German universities, they have increased the fee structure, which has gone up to 1,500 euros. Like they have increased the tuition fees by 10 times per every semester. Again, which is again, let's say, equals to German, let's say, Indian universities. So now the fee structure in the particular in my state of Bavaria, it is same as Indian universities or Indian colleges, but not don't have to consider only Munich itself, or you don't have to consider only the state of Bavaria. Many other states or many other universities consider Frankfurt, consider cities like Berlin, consider cities like Hanover. These locations, universities, actually they take the same fees which I mentioned in the beginning, that is around 150 to 300 euros, which costs around, which ranges from 14 to 28,000 per semester. Let's say it is for one semester it is 6 months, and you will be spending around 15,000 to 28,000 per semester. And again, it is, I think this is not the same in when it comes to Indian universities or colleges. Again, so overall, making a summary, I would say especially when compared to the escalating tuition fees in many other countries, be it in India or USA or Australia, I think one of the most appealing aspects of Germany's higher education, particularly for Indian students, is that many states in Germany do not charge tuition fees. Like I said, at public universities,
Education is
they get.
free. Tuition free
Yeah.
is free.
Yes, and again, this policy, it is again, I would say, it is aimed at promoting the education as a universal right, which dramatically reduce the financial burden on the students. And again, to share my personal experience at Technical University of Munich, I benefited from it greatly from this. Let's say from this entire system, I would say, while there are let's say nominal semester fees which covers the administration costs and also include public transportation tickets, because this is one of the important thing that any foreign student coming to be it Germany or be it coming to any other surrounding countries of Europe. So the absence of substantial tuition fees, which actually allowed me to allocate more resource towards living expenses and academic materials as well. So, in terms of second sub question, which you asked about the scholarships, in terms of scholarships and financial assistance, Germany actually offers a let's say many options in terms of scholarship for international students. And again, there is one particular organization such as DAD, DAAD, which is a renowned, let's say, um, German academic exchange service for providing scholarships to students from various backgrounds and fields of study as well. So these scholarships can cover the living expenses, the health insurance, and sometimes even the travel expenses as well. So moreover, the universities themselves often, let's say, have scholarships and again different scholarship programs specifically which is designed to support the international students. So these can be based on merit or let's say based on needs as well. So I also found that there are numerous opportunities for let's say research grants as well if you're doing in some sort of academic research or let's say pursuing a doctoral degree as well.
So all in all, students get a lot of scholarship and help, financial aid from the universities there. Plus, the tuition fee of a lot of universities is way too low compared to the tuition fees here in India. So
Exactly.
overall, and you get best education out there, right?
Yes, and again, besides this, not only about besides the scholarships, again, the most beautiful thing about for the immigrant students or international students is that they can work part time during their studies as well. And again, in
What do you
Germany, because this is not the same in case of USA, I guess, because you can't work
Yes.
during your studies. So in Germany, international students are allowed to work up to let's say 120 full days. This is one of the terms that will be mentioned in your visa itself. And again, or let's say 240 half days per year without let's say requiring additional authorizations kind of thing. So this can be let's say excellent and easy way to gain professional experience as well and manage the living expenses as well.
That's really a good answer, and I hope our students will make a wise decision of studying in India versus
Definitely.
India. So,
Definitely.
as per your opinion, how important is to get the right kind of career counseling when you get an idea of studying abroad? Uh, did you get any career counseling before taking this big step in your life?
Yeah, like I mentioned, that based on the knowledge and based on the mentorship that I got from my professor, it sort of sparked the interest for me to do my master's. But again, in my view, the right kind of career counseling is, let's say, very crucial when planning to study abroad, particularly because such a decision involves, again, complex factors. Not only complex, I would say multiple complex factors, ranging from choosing the right program to managing post graduation career paths as well. I would, I think, one or 3 points I think I would like to concentrate on. One is again the pre-departure preparation. let's say before even setting foot on abroad soil, career counseling, I think it can help in aligning your academic aspirations with your long-term career goals. First thing, and again, effective counseling, it helps student to select the right country and the right university, which in case you guys are doing, and again choose the program that aligns with their career aspirations first of all, and again even it will definitely help to navigate the application process, which is the most important for the let's say inexperienced, or let's say not experienced, not such experienced guy. And again, let's say in that view, I would like to give an example. Let's say while I was considering where to study, um, again, career counseling, it helped me to understand the strengths of different German universities in the field of be it construction engineering, and again be it sustainable resource management, and again the career opportunities available post graduation as well. Second point, it is that you have to focus on transitioning to a new academic systems, because the academic system in India is different, and again academic system in Germany is different. So once abroad, career counseling, it plays important aspect. It acts as an important aspect for in helping the students to adapt to new educational system. So counselors like you can provide insights into academic expectations, evaluation methods, and which are the crucial skills that is needed in the new environment as well. So again, third thing, internships and practical experience. The reason I'm I'm trying to recall whatever I think I can tell the most. Talking about internships and practical experience throughout the educational journey, uh, counselors like you people can guide the students in identifying and securing internships and other practical experiences, which are important for, let's say, in terms of skill development and employment after graduation. And again, most importantly, navigating the job market. This is this one, I think I should tell it to everyone, because when students near to graduation, um, this kind of counseling, it becomes essential in helping them understand and navigate the local job market as well. So this includes, let's say, assistance with job applications, and understanding the work visa regulations, and adapting to the professional culture of the host country. In this case, I would like to give an example. In Germany, there are specific norms and, let's say, expectations regarding one CV format itself. So, and let's say again, when you take about job interviews, they have a different specifications, and again, the professional behavior might differ. Let's say from different countries, be it European countries or be it countries like USA, Australia, Canada as well.
So there are a lot of students who get an idea of studying abroad, but there's a huge list of things that goes behind the sheet. Actually, you have
Definitely.
to idea, then you have to start preparing for an exam, then you have to select the right kind of courses, the right kind of universities, and then you have to apply in that universities. Then the visa thing. A lot of things goes behind. So we at Europass help students at one stop. With all these processes, and we try to make the students experience very enriching, from getting an idea of studying abroad to actually landing up in their dream university. And your answer is very insightful. Thank you so much.
The work that you're doing, I think this will help many, let's say, I don't want to quote all of them, or let's say put everyone in on general term, but let's say if uh, on my general note, not on everyone's perspective, but on my general perspective, if a person who is coming, or let's say who doesn't have any idea of what he or she has to do while going to a foreign country, I think you guys can provide a immense, or let's say huge support in building up or let's say shaping up their future career as well.
That's what we are doing, sir. Thank you so much.